Death Watch.
Okay, welcome back. So we had ended last game session in the middle of a combat, and it is now the Barbed Devil's turn. And Fenrith had been overcome by the fear that comes with being struck by a Barbed Devil, and was running away down the mine track there. Graham, up in the area you're in, you had captured that bugbear with the iron bands of binding, but it managed to break out of them, which destroyed the item. So you were in the room with the hourglass that kept getting turned over one way and then another, but the cat showed up, who knows from where, and knocked it over and broke it. But you're in this room now, and that bugbear, who was already screaming at the top of its lungs, is now free of the iron bands. And then, Rohan was flying and shooting, and Casimir was fighting this barbed devil.
Oh, going to try to.
And, so it's the barbed devil's turn.
Which map are we on?
So I'll share the map with you.
Oh, there it is.
Just want you to know, Justin, that if this barbed devil hits me, that I don't flee of my own free will.
It's okay. As long as I stay 10 feet up, he can't hit me either.
Well, I'm just saying that when I leave you here.
Yeah, Fenrith runs in one way, Casimir runs in the other, and I'm left floating with...
And then when I find myself alone and I rope trick up into a pocket dimension and hide, that I'll also blame the fear effect on that too.
All right.
I had to flee as best as I could.
Yeah, I wonder if that would count as fleeing the best you can.
I did technically.
Well,
flee
it
to
does
another
say that
dimension.
if you have magic that will aid you, you're supposed to use it.
Yeah, that right there is to get rid of wizards who have teleport prepared.
Yeah. Or clerics that have plane shift.
Yeah.
All right, so Casimir, this devil will turn on you now,
All right.
and it'll full attack you.
Let me make sure everything's good on my defense. Yeah, it looks like it is.
Let's make sure you don't have any effects you ought not have here.
So it says you can...
You've got displacement. That's good. Okay.
Yeah, my AC's looking good too.
Okay. Yeah, so it will do an attack.
Uh-oh.
So we got, looks like 2 hits.
Good.
What is your AC?
19?
Okay. Yeah, 2 hits there. Mischance hit. Do some damage. So that's 1.
Ouch.
That's 2. That's some good damage there. So 12 damage and 21 damage, and then now we need to get your will save for this fear. Okay. You're successful. So now remember that for the next 24 hours, you cannot be affected by that devil's fear effect.
I might try to bluff it as bad as I'm hurt right now and run away anyway. Oh, man.
Right. So, that's its turn. All right. Then we have... So, Fenrith, as you're running by down this track, a female elf appears in front of you holding a staff. And let's see what she does to you. Let me make her visible. She just pops into existence there.
Is she going to teach me the ways of bravery so that I can return to the fight?
She certainly is not.
Yeah.
It's worth a try.
Okay, so what she does then, she holds out her hand and casts a spell on you, and just a single little blue dart streaks out and hits you, does 2 damage, but then she begins to laugh. And Graham, that brings us to you now.
Yeah, so I had ran towards this door and gotten a scroll out of my backpack. I was going to 5 foot up and use the scroll arcane lock on the door.
Oh, okay. Very smart.
Till the Balrog stops it from happening.
Right.
Or the beholder just looks at it.
Right. So yeah, I'll cast that And let me get you my use magic. Which I think it's 20 plus the caster level. What's the caster level for a level 1 spell?
Level 1.
Yeah.
Or level 2?
Yeah, level
three.
1.
Level 1.
Is it level 1?
Yeah, you get your 0 and first level spells at level 1.
But that's a second level spell.
Right.
So you
Yeah.
level 3.
second level, yeah.
I guess I'll hero point it for a reroll.
Oh, okay.
That's a heck of a reroll.
Nice.
Yeah, so I hold the scroll out before me and say the magic words or read them.
But you kind of Bruce Campbell it.
Klaatu. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's lock on the door.
Okay.
And then I'll turn around to face the bugbear. Now you're trapped in here with me. And I'll make sure I have both my daggers ready.
Okay.
And I'll set my dodge against him.
Okay.
You get a Graham-fashioned hero point, Rohan.
Yeah, just next time you think of stealing something from me, don't.
I didn't think of it.
The dagger?
It just happens that way.
You know how sometimes you sit down to solve a problem and you're putting all your thought into it? It wasn't like that. It just came out of the ether.
The next thing he was thinking about doing was stealing blades of grass and replacing them with a dagger, but now he's not going to do that.
I've been trying to rectify that problem this whole time.
Yeah. Maybe if we survive this, we can find a dagger on a dead body somewhere.
Maybe there's one in this room.
There might be. Maybe Bloodtooth would let me have a copy of him.
All right. So, Rohan, this elf down here on the ground will switch to his, her light crossbow and fire a bolt at you.
Okay.
But she misses, and that goes slamming into the ceiling and skitters on down the hallway there. But now these other two that are further down, who already had their crossbows out, are still targeting you as well. These ones will do full attacks. So that one misses with both shots, and ignore that completely. So 2 more shots from this one. Both of those also miss. So you got a lot of bolts headed your way, but they're not coming close.
Okay.
All right. So Graham, this bugbear picks up his morning star, and he's got a grim countenance as he approaches you.
I'll falter for a moment.
So he moves down to here, and he sets his dodge against you.
Oh, no.
So he's got a shield, and he's got his morning star, but he's set up right there. He's got a grim look on his face, and his eye keeps darting to the door behind you. But that's his turn.
Time to go all prison on him and just shank him over and over and over again.
And Casimir, that brings us to you now.
All right. I'm going to set my dodge against the barbed devil.
Okay.
I don't know if, what is it? Do we have a effect or modifier for that?
Yeah. Well, just remind me, and I'll just minus it from its attack if it attacks you.
Okay, because it ain't changing from the barbed devil. And then I'll 5 foot to here, and I will drink a potion.
Okay. Which potion?
I believe it's Cure Serious.
It's his secret cyanide potion. He doesn't want to be captured alive.
Where is it? Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah, Cure Serious Wounds.
All right, go for it.
All right.
I'll apply it to your... Okay.
19.
Oh, you got it. All right.
And then,
It's a good roll.
I forget, could I have done that defensively, Travis?
Spells?
No, drink a potion.
Oh,
Was
is
it?
that a standard action to drink the potion?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you couldn't.
Okay. So that would be my turn.
Okay. And then, let's see, Fenrith. Hang on. I don't know why it did that. So, Fenrith, now you're running down this hall, and this elven sorcerer pops up and hits you with a tiny little dart that you can't even feel through your fear. Now, let me look up something here.
So I was curious. Some of those spells say you continue to flee as far away from the target as you possibly can for the duration of the spell. If you do have planar shift, you can shift to the farthest point away on your first round. What do you do then?
You shift.
Well, then you have to try to research where the far realms are and begin your journey there.
Yeah, I mean,
So you travel and then you begin research so you can travel farther.
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
like actual
Just for
alternate
another
dimensions.
9
Yeah.
rounds, though.
Yeah, just for 9 rounds.
What am I even looking into this for?
Well, if you do it quick enough, you always get the kind of like the effect of climbing up a tree and realizing you can't get back down. Oh no!
All right, so Fenrith, you have to flee from the source of your fear, but also as well as any other dangers you encounter along a random path. So remember that when your turn comes up.
Well, I mean, that makes no sense in this type of a setting, though, because there's only one way to flee. So it can't really be a random direction.
Yeah, so I wouldn't get too hung up on that. Let's see. So that's you.
Wait, you didn't let me move, though.
Yeah, hang on a second. Trying to look some. Okay, go ahead.
And there's only one way to go.
Yeah, so you start moving this way, and then as you reach here, you see that north is a way
Yeah.
as well.
That way, then. Because now I won't have to go past this dead mage.
All right, let me get.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you run up into here, and you spot this. There's a bugbear hiding in here in the corner. And you just catch out of the corner of your eye, but you can get to here. So what you're seeing there is like a window section. There's no glass, but it looks out over a flowing sort of tiny stream of lava, and through another window on the other side of it that shows some area to walk, and then you've got to your right and south another direction to go.
What would it be to jump 20 feet, Chris?
If you're running, it's 20.
Hmm.
Oh well, it's the whatever the DC is.
Okay. Rohan.
All right. So, seeing that Fenrith is in trouble, I'll target the barbed devil.
Okay, yeah, I was right. As long as you're
Okay,
running, it's 20 feet.
And then
Or 20.
do a full volley on him.
All right. Make your attack roll. Okay, so we've got one hit.
Pretty sad.
I don't think I'm going to be able to hit this guy.
Okay. Yeah, so 3 of your arrows just glance off of its
One
No.
whole damages.
spikes and whatnot, but the other does hit and stick into it a little bit. Any movement?
I'll continue to float upwards until I'm at the ceiling.
Yeah, so in the area you're at, you're at the ceiling now.
Okay.
That's
Then, yeah, that's
15 feet up.
that's where I'll be.
Okay.
Fenrith, it was nice to know you. Casimir, it was nice to know you as well.
Oh, worst comes to worst. If I'm not knocked out immediately, I'm taking off after Fenrith. We can res you. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge.
But yeah,
It's logical to flee if faced with such force. And you can fly. You can get out of here.
nah.
Okay, Fenrith, this one bugbear that you saw hiding, looks like it's taken some bad wounds. It takes the opportunity, seeing that you're running, to try and tackle you. So what we'll do here is, I mean, even though it's not the wording, I'll say that you can take an attack of opportunity because it makes sense to me. This thing is trying to stop you from fleeing, so you're so panicked that you would try to prevent that in this case. So you can take an attack on him if you want. Yeah, so you're running there, and you're in your panic, and you hear him coming up behind you because of his armor and the noise he's making, and you see him diving at you, and you just, in panic, you just swing with your sword and chop his head off, and it goes rolling off that window into the lava there.
I would like to think that I put my hands up like to protect my face, and the sword blade is sticking out, and he dives right into it.
Yeah. No.
All these bugbears keep killing themselves.
What is going on with these damn bugbears?
Okay. So yeah, that's that one. So you can just see that elven sorceress now moving down the hall towards you. And she's got a evil, smug smirk on her face.
Being elf, I think smug's implied.
So
Yeah,
So
I mean, even
she-
fearfully, I have a smug look on my face.
She's got that staff in her hand that I had mentioned. So this one is she raises this and it starts to glow and it launches a fireball at you. So this fireball shoots out from this staff and explodes around you and burns you a little bit.
Did that take into account my fire resistance as well?
Says partially resisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from my damage reduction, though.
All right. So you failed your save. So you would take full, and then rolled 33, and you were at 83. So you've taken 13 damage. So yeah,
Okay.
I mean, that took quite a bit off of it. It took 20 points. So half of that would have been, what do they round up? So it's 17. And then what's your fire resistance?
I have to look at my
You've got
amulet.
20. So full damage 33. You take off
So I
20.
should have taken, 3 damage?
You've got
then,
13 left. So really what it didn't do was factor in your damage reduction.
Hmm.
It looks like it factored your flame resistance just perfectly.
Right? Okay.
What's your damage reduction overcome by? Is it just a dash?
Evil.
Okay. Fire's kind of evil.
Well, yeah.
Unless you're using it to kill spiders, which are more evil, right? Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah. Yeah, well, let me fix that. Okay. So that's her turn. Graham, your turn.
Okay, so I'll tumble through this guy's space. Man.
Still got what you needed?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do a hero point. Okay, that's better. And then I'll use acrobatic backstab, but I will fight defensively as well.
Acrobatic backstab.
Yeah, it lets him.
Getting fancy with his stabbing.
Looks like a hit.
Yep.
Okay. I'll also sink 1 gem into this fella.
Okay. But this would fill one of them as well.
Right.
So is that the full? Okay, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you tumble around this guy and stab him in the back and do 39 damage. Is that what I'm reading?
Yeah, looks like it. And that is it for me. We don't have to fight, You could live the rest of your days in this room and let me leave.
Minus a kidney, unfortunately.
Had to be done.
It's like Rohan's, or is that, what was his name? Ronan, not Rohan. Ronan's warning shot in the people's feet. Just want you to know that I'm serious. Yeah, pretty damn serious.
Okay, Rohan, some more bolts headed your way.
Okay.
Couple hit this time from that one closest to you for 12 total damage, 8 and 4. Mm-hmm. And next we have these others down the hall. So this one behind it, the one in the back, you had heard some shouting from down the hall. And this one takes off trotting down that way. But this other one fires a couple bolts at you. So both of those bolts miss. You can hear a curse from him. And then Graham. So this bugbear turns then, rage and pain on its face, and targets you with an attack with its Morning Star. One manages to hit you, one of the attacks, for 5 damage. And Casimir, that brings us to you now.
Okay.
Is that wrong? Should it not bring us to you? Okay. Yeah,
I
go
don't
ahead.
think the barb devil went.
Yeah, it never went.
Oh, yeah, we bounced over it.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I was morally struggling on whether or not you were giving me a pass there, or if, but at the end I couldn't not bring that up, I guess.
Yeah, you're right. Award yourself a hero point for your honesty.
Thank you. I will use it from the grave with honor.
All right, so this Barb Devil then will cast a spell upon you.
All right.
And so give me a will save.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good for a will save. But, ooh, yeah.
Right. So yeah. So you can it does the. I mean, it's a spell-like ability, but you can feel it trying to grab hold of you, but it slips away.
Okay.
Now it'll be your turn.
I think I'll call out to Rohan that perhaps it's time we retreat after Fenrith. And I'll 5 foot back in and using combat expertise do a full attack on the barbed devil. Well, let me -5 here. Miss. All right. And that's my turn.
All right. So as you are attacking this barbed devil, it seems to you like it's sort of a blessing that you missed, because as you're stabbing at it, you realize that there's no way that you could hit it without its spikes also damaging you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's your move. Now, okay. So Fenrith, now it's your move.
All right. So I will cast. How big is this window? Can I fit through it?
Yeah, you could.
All right. I'm going to cast Dark Way and connect it's a ribbon-like weightless bridge of force from this window to that window, and then I'm going to run across it.
So this is from which book?
This is from, I believe, the Magic, either Magic Arcanum or Complete Divine. I'm looking through Complete Divine right now, so let me take a look.
Yeah, it doesn't look to me like it's in Complete Divine.
Is Dark Way?
Yeah, so it must be
Spell
the other one.
Compendium.
That one.
Yep.
Oh, Spell Compendium? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now this is an illusion.
It is, but it functions like a wall of force.
Yeah, I don't think you can sacrifice a spell for a non-healing spell such as
No, I had it prepared as a level 2 spell.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, you cast this spell, and at your feet appears a thin black bridge that arches over the canyon. So it can anchor at both sides there, and so that does create a path for you to cross.
How much does he weigh?
No. I don't think he's large right now.
He's not large. Well, he is large.
I am large.
Oh,
But it's still 200 pounds per caster level, so
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
if he's over a ton, then he's fine.
Well, he might be. It increases your weight by a factor of 8. So no, you're not
Yeah,
over.
he-
So yeah, you're good. You're good. So you can cross that.
that
So
would be funny.
I had forgotten
So,
when
Sorry, I was going to ask. Would it be acceptable to say that in my fear I could also dismiss my own spells to try and flee a danger?
Well, that's what I was about to say. When you asked if you could fit, I forgot you were big. So you'd have to, and you would absolutely, because that's the thing about panicked is you do whatever you can.
Yeah, so I would dismiss my righteous might cross, and then would I be able to dismiss this bridge this round?
No,
Okay.
no, I think that's pushing it. So we'll dismiss righteous might. We'll let you cross this bridge.
Was there any other bridge or any other bridge point that I could see from that edge? Like, something happened. I can't see anything
I
now.
have to take you off to change your size.
Oh, okay.
So I'll put you back on here in a
So
second.
as long as it's in the same area I was before, then I think it would be around this area that I was going to ask about.
Okay. All right. So you're back on the map, and this is what you would have seen over there.
Okay.
So you're not seeing anything on that side. There is a platform to the left over here, but that's it. So there you are. So you've made it across now, and you find yourself in another section. And once again, you've got, let me get your light on here. There you go. So you can see some more tracks off to the side, off to the right. And to your left, you can see enough to know that there's another break in the wall over there as well. So it'll be up to you on your next turn which direction you flee. But that's it for you. And then, hang on a second, Rohan. Now, Rohan, go ahead. Your turn.
All right. So I'll still continue trying to get this barbed devil off of Casimir. I'm doing a full round attack again.
Okay. So you got a hit, and then you got 2 hits.
2 hits. All right. Yay, I did 9 damage.
Yeah. I mean, damage is every little bit counts, right?
Yeah. And then I will kind of drift 5 feet this way
Okay.
while trying not to give pointers on how to fire properly to Savage Elf 19. And that will be my turn.
All right. So, 1 second here. Okay, so that's Rohan. That brings us to the devil. Okay, the devil's going to attack you, Casimir.
All right.
Okay, so 2 claws. First one misses, and the second one misses as well due to your displacement. All right, so you can just see behind you, Fenrith, that this sorceress has stepped out onto your bridge, and she's made it to you just onto the bridge from that window, chasing after you. And then, what happened to him? Okay. Graham.
Okay, so I'll click.
No, hang on. I'm just telling you. It's in your room there. You can see this cat moving around over here somewhere. It's like rummaging or something, it seems like to you. And then you hear a noise like, stone scraping against stone. And then a sound rips through the entire place. Everybody hears it. It's like painfully loud, but it's a really discordant, single note blast, like perhaps from like trying to imagine what instrument would make this sound. It's not a bell. It would probably be some sort of horn, maybe. But that rips through the whole complex, and it's painfully loud. And now it's your turn, Graham.
Okay, so reeling from the sound for a moment, I'll gather my wits back together and click my heels together, activating my haste boots. I think I only have 4 rounds left on them, though.
No, you had 6 rounds left on them.
Cool. And then I'll lunge at this bugbear with both daggers.
Okay.
With a mind to defense as well.
All right, so we've got a hit.
Well, what can you do?
All right, so we deal 6 damage to him, slashing away with your daggers, slashing and stabbing and what have you.
And that's it for me.
Okay. All right, so Rohan, once again, this elf down, the female elf down below you, takes shots at you with her crossbow, but neither of them hit their mark.
I'll tell her she needs to plant her feet.
Square your
firing.
shoulders,
Yeah.
both eyes open.
When you squeeze the trigger, don't anticipate the buck of the shot.
Also, the important part of that was squeeze the trigger.
Yeah.
Well, actually, both of them were pretty important. Anticipation will get you.
Okay. Now the next one will also take shots at you, but
Ooh, close.
he's not able to hit you either.
One of those might be tangled in my chainmail.
Okay, Graham, so this bugbear starts swinging wildly at you with 2 attacks with its Morning Star. So both of them miss. One of them misses really just so horribly. It's like he's going to swing it, and it deflects off his knee first, and it's actually humorous. That's his turn.
We'll both do better next time, okay?
Okay.
Does Graham realize that he's actually killing people? Or is it like a Chappie thing where he thinks he's just putting them to sleep?
Once I finish that wisdom book, it's all going to come slamming home.
All right, so
So many.
Fenrith, you hear something massive stomping towards you from the north.
Okay. Was that my turn?
Sorry, I meant Casimir. Hang on. Casimir, you hear something massive stomping towards you, and you look behind and you see an enormous stone statue of a dwarf stomping in your direction. It's like right on top of you now. And now Casimir.
I'll look to Rohan and see if I can see him. Or is it looking like you're thinking about taking off, or what's going on here?
I'm just trying to protect you.
Oh, that's not what I'm worried about. We need to get after Fenrith because we're probably all going to die here. So I guess I'll say Fenrith or Rohan after Fenrith. And I'll 5 foot to there, and I'll -5 for my attack. Make a full attack on this bearded devil, adding the -5 to my defense. Misses, please. I miss both times, and that's my turn.
Okay. Now, Fenrith, your turn.
Okay, so I'll dismiss my bridge, and then I will run this way.
Okay. All right, so you dismiss your bridge and you take off, and you wanted to go up to here?
Yeah, now that I could see a little bit more, so it's a little bit northeast. Was that the full 80 feet there?
Yeah, right here would be the full 80.
Okay, so what's further north of me? What are those things that I'm seeing?
Well, it's difficult for you to tell. It's not something that you've seen before. You can definitely see a glow of some sort of flame, and these the 3 things that you could see they seem to be made of either stone or some kind of metal, and they've got smaller flames on them. And then in front of them, it's difficult for you to say. It looks like 2 handles maybe, but
Okay.
they're enormous.
Okay. That will be the end of my turn then.
Okay.
Oh, does that spellcaster fall into the lava?
Well, you didn't see, like, you dismissed it and took off, so you're not sure.
Okay.
Okay, Rohan, your move.
Okay. I'll tell Casimir, I'm sure Fenrith can handle himself against the ones that followed him. We need to take care of this devil.
He's mad, Casimir.
Now I'm
He
hearing
keeps a
Graham
list.
voices.
He keeps a list of people who got away.
I do.
I might be on.
So you got 2 hits on the devil.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you stick a couple arrows in it, and it's definitely taken some damage. You can see some black blood dripping out onto the floor.
So is Graham my cowardly inner voice?
Yeah, I guess so.
And yeah, that'll be my turn.
But he's matching up with your wise voice this time.
Yeah,
What's
he is.
going on?
I got 2 voices in my head in agreement.
Yeah.
What would Fenrith do? Fenrith already took off, so we know what he'd do.
Fenrith just says, "Ah!"
I'll be right back. Gonna go buy milk, guys.
That's the last time I saw him. He was a giant terror.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Anyone that tried to stop that thing from coming down the tracks would be pretty dang brave.
All right. So the Casimir, that barbed devil, looks beyond you and sees that golem stomping down, and it gives like an angry hiss, and it begins doing a spell which would allow you to do an attack of opportunity if you wanted.
I'm guessing, or I'm gonna, because it's an immediate one, do a spellcraft. I'm guessing it's planar shift, but I'm just gonna make sure, or dimension door.
It's summoning. It's doing a summon spell.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to interrupt it, but I still got that -5, so it's probably not gonna work here. -5. Yeah, missed.
Okay. Yeah, so it pulls this, it carries out this spell, and you can see a flash of a sickly light. Actually, you can see multiple flashes in the hallway behind that golem. And so you see 3 separate flashes, one of them actually in front of the golem. And when those flashes subside, you can see 3 bearded devils have appeared. And they begin attacking the golem there.
I guess I can take this opportunity to inform the barbed devil that its spirit index is going to take a hit for summoning, just to have him go up against the golem.
All right. so that's its move.
Their culture is stronger.
Probably against the ones higher up.
So, they've got these wicked glaives in their hands. Oh, so it would actually have appeared back a little. And so they start slashing at this golem with these and stabbing.
I almost got exploded like in Doom. Something teleports into you. What type of mishap would you figure it'd have to be where if you teleport someone into someone else, they merge or fuse?
I don't know.
All right, so you can see them all stabbing and slashing. And, they're obviously hitting it, but clearly not doing any damage. Their glaives are just deflecting off of it. And Fenrith, you see this sorceress appear through that window. She makes it to here, and you just notice that her boots have little wings on them that are flapping wildly. So she's hovering up about 5 feet in the air. All right, so Graham, this cat moves over to the door and starts scratching at it incessantly like cats can do when they want to go outside.
I know that well.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's your turn.
All right, I'll continue with my flurry of attacks. I'll slash down low, spin around, go up high with a couple more. With an eye for defense, of course. Is that one hit again?
Yeah, one hit.
Wonderful.
It's a good amount of damage for one hit, though.
So what we're doing is we're having a mid-season fight between the main protagonist and the main antagonist. Nobody can die, but it's got to look a little bit flashy. Or it's just that one scene between Anakin and Obi-Wan where they're just spinning their blades. But it's the looped gif of it for infinity. Hey, what was that game on the PlayStation where it had like the one-hit kills, that fighting game?
Bushido Blade.
Yeah, Bushido
Yeah,
Blade.
they should make a game like a Jedi lightsaber battle game, but that way, because all games that have lightsabers that always
Yeah,
wrecks it for me because they got a life bar that they're cutting through.
Yeah.
I always feel like they should just do the one hit kills.
I agree with that. Bushido Blade was an amazing game.
Yeah,
That was a great game.
Okay, Rohan, this elf will be shooting at you some more with her crossbow and still can't manage to hit.
Didn't take my advice.
And the next one will fire at you again. This one manages a critical hit.
Ooh. She listened. Or he. I don't know which one.
And he does 12 damage to you. And Graham, Bugbear, going to continue to attack you. Full attack with his Morning Star. But you just dodge out of the way.
I like to think that your missed attacks are actually you deflecting his blows.
that would be a better way rather than we're just all like.
Now you can hear a set of boots stomping outside, coming quickly towards the door.
I'll plop down that obscuring mist if this wasn't a scent monster. I guess I could still do it ranged since I have my blood tooth vision.
Yeah.
All right, so the golem's now beginning to strike back at these bearded devils there. So the one in front of it raises its fists and, pounds both fists into it. And
I don't think the cat will do that again.
it does a significant amount of damage to that one. Let's see. Then Rohan, you can hear heavy stomping coming from further down that track.
I'll just assume it's Fenrith coming back.
No, you can see now that it's another golem headed your direction. And Casimir, your turn.
I guess I will 5 foot there, and I will attempt to cast defensively. So, concentration check of a 18.
All right, you got it.
Barely.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to attempt to cast haste on myself. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
All right, so you're successful there. And how long will that haste last?
8 rounds.
Okay, let me put that.
Can you cast full defensive, or is it just
The action.
attack action?
The action is the casting of the spell, so there's like no attacks or anything. So my
Yeah.
defense drops big time.
All right. So there's haste on you now.
And that's my turn. Oh, I guess I could say that there's a golem on my side of the tracks.
Well, there's one over here too.
All right. I
Now-
will cut back
Hang on.
this
Fenrith.
way.
Hang on. So you, yeah, so when you're looking that way, you see a giant stone statue stomping towards you, and you don't want to go that way.
All right. I'll go this way.
So that is, so yeah, so here it is, and it's stomping your direction, so you don't want to go that way. So yeah, you take off down this direction, down the track. So this
That'll be my turn.
yeah, this has brought you into a sort of a narrow trackway that's dark, but for your light, and seems like it hasn't been traveled in a long time.
Can I dim my light?
No, you could turn it off or leave it on.
All right. That's it.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Graham, nothing. Rohan, your turn.
All right. So I'm going to drift a little bit this way so I can keep Casimir in my view, clearly in my view.
Okay.
And then I'll continue to unleash arrow after arrow into that barbed devil. Woohoo.
Okay. So
Good
you've
roll,
got a hit and a critical hit.
All right. Critical hit first. I love that damage. And then my hit.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a good amount of damage. So you've definitely, now you can see a lot of blood leaking from the arrows that are still stuck in this barbed devil here.
I think I've stuck 8 or 9 into it now.
Yeah.
Adding a few more barbs to it.
Mm-hmm.
So Casimir, it's doing another spell.
All right. Let's see what it is. Oops, rolled that twice on accident.
This is greater teleport.
I'll let it cast it.
Okay.
Not that I could hit it anyway, but
Right. Yeah, so this thing casts that, and you hear that sound again, that pop and tear, and then
does it reach for me the last second? Am I going to hell?
no, it wouldn't be able to bring you.
Okay.
And then so it just simply disappears.
I hate those things.
Just because they get away? I think this is a good thing in this case, Rohan.
Well,
His notebook is just going to have pages of scrawled barbed devil, barbed devil, barbed.
At some point, it's not even going to have writing anymore. It's just going to be scribbles. The world might
Kill
appear in
them
a
all.
couple pages.
Kill them all. Kill them all. Kill them all.
All right, so then these bearded devils will continue on with their attack on this golem that so far seems to be ineffective.
No, I hate the barbed devils because they're the thing that killed me last time or dropped me to dying.
Yeah, they'll do that for sure.
Those spiky hugs of theirs.
Oh. This is the lowest my spell list has ever been.
I still have 2 resist spells that I haven't gotten to use yet.
I'm down to 3 or 4 detect magics and blindness, deafness, knock, and rope trick.
Good
All right,
old
so
rope trick.
all of these bearded devils are slashing and stabbing at this golem, but they're not doing anything to it. Their weapons either miss somehow, despite its size, or they just glance off of it and clearly are doing no damage at all. Let's see. You hear and then see that elven sorceress with her boots flapping come up behind you, Fenrith, around that corner. The cat, Graham, the cat does like a hiss and then moves over underneath this table and looking at that door intently. And it's your turn.
All right, Bugbear, we'll go one more round.
But remember the deal, all right? Whoa.
One hit,
2
2
hits.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dual wielding, huh?
Yeah.
Stabby.
Okay, so yeah, this time you got a couple of hits and you do 5 and 11 damage to it.
And what was the that trap door I came down, how high up is it?
10
Yeah.
feet.
Okay. So I need a 2-foot vertical leap.
So,
Easy.
If you're running.
Yeah.
so that kills that bugbear. That last attack you did.
Okay. That's it for me, though.
So he falls over, dead from blood loss, and at that same moment, you hear someone say, "Psst," from the northern section of the room.
Well, I'll glance over.
Okay.
Did your gargoyle follow you?
No, I don't think so.
You know, as I've been thinking, he wasn't such a bad guy. As we all know that they're bad New York Italian.
So you glance over and your eyes slide right past it at first, but then they come back to this section here, this section of the wall.
Okay.
And you see then that there's like an opening, and it's dark in there, but you can clearly see that dwarf Vanebeard standing there, and he's waving you over.
I will plan to head that way.
You can't quite see him, but the insane light in his eyes gives him away. I like him, though. He's all right.
All right, so Rohan, this female elf down here shoots at you 2 more bolts. One of them does manage to hit you this time.
Okay.
For 5 damage.
All right.
Okay. And then Rohan, further down there, you heard some scream and then the sound of battle. As, an elven warrior has attacked that golem with his sword and managed to do some damage to it. And this other one will still fire 2 bolts at you.
Okay.
One of his bolts manages to hit you for 8 damage.
Okay.
Getting close there, Rowan.
Yeah, no.
All right. And then, Graham, this door opens despite the lock you had on it.
Impossible.
And so you see a bugbear there pushing the door open, and then also behind that bugbear, floating ominously towards you, is the beholder.
Oh, I see. Very possible.
I see.
I see.
So this golem here, Casimir, raises both fists again and slams that devil in front of it and just completely obliterates it. Just splatters, blood and flesh all over the place, all over you, in your mouth, in your nose, everywhere.
Well, just when you think the day can't get any worse, you got bearded devil gunk in your mouth and nose.
Honestly, I think that's not the worst thing we're splashed with right now.
Probably not.
I don't think we've had a bath or any kind of cleaning for a week or more.
Yeah. Well, we're elves, so I like to think that we constantly are preening.
No, we fell into that lake, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
3 days ago? So yeah, it's dragon blood, devil
We have
blood.
been bathed in dragon acid, too, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That counts as a bath.
Yeah, that would get rid of most of it.
It's burning, but it's so much better than being filthy.
See, that's
Heroes.
why I let my filth build up. It's like a damage reduction layer.
Exfoliating method.
Yeah.
You all have bright pink newborn baby skin.
Nice and clean all the way down to the bone.
Don't touch it, though. It stings.
That's our...
So you can see that golem fighting back against that elf further down the track, Rohan, and he hit him once, did a substantial amount of damage, it seems like. And Casimir, that brings us to you.
All right. I'm going to charge this this elf here. I'm going -5 from my attack to add to my defense, which I believe would be -2 total now, because I got charge, which is +2, and haste, which is +1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there that goes. Is it you? Oh, I'm not targeting her. What the heck's happening?
Potential critical.
All right. So you've got
I targeted myself.
yourself. So I can fix that. So you're targeting this number 7 here.
Yeah.
All right. So
Did I get a critical hit on myself? One time.
I'm doing it. Wait.
and then which roll was your confirm?
Uh,
Did we do one?
It was the 19.
Did you do 2 attacks or 1?
1.
Okay.
That's
So
what it should have been. I think I might have double clicked it.
No, you got a critical threat, and then it rolled the confirm.
So 19 was the confirm roll.
Yeah, it looks like it.
All right. So it's not a confirm. It's just a hit.
Okay. But
You do get a second attack, right?
no, because I charged. This one's going to be a trip anyway, so it's a touch. So there would be no critical anyway.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So her strength or dex versus mine at a +4. I'm going to spend a hero point.
Okay.
Roll that.
You're looking to beat a 23.
Might be able to do it. It's lower. All right, so she can trip me if she wants to right now.
Yeah, she'll try it.
All right, so it's her strength versus my strength or dex.
Okay. So you're looking at a 13.
She trips me.
Okay.
Ooh.
So let me put you prone. Okay.
Don't worry, Rohan.
All right. Fenrith. So you've got this sorceress with her winged boots chasing after you. And now you're looking down this dark hallway. All right. So then Graham, this boulder floating after you here. It's got its big eye wide open, and it just continues to move closer up to here. And then Rohan.
All right, so seeing that Savage Elf 7 is kind of tangled with Casimir, I'll swing around to target Savage Elf 19.
Looks like you've got that devil targeted.
Oh, still okay. So clear all targets. Okay, there we go.
It doesn't look like the panic went down, or does that go down on the barbed devil's turn? Because it was even with my divine power.
I think
at
it does
5 rounds.
I think it does go down on the devil's turn.
Okay.
So I'll hopefully show them how to fire. That was a lot of 1s. 2 1s and 2 3s.
So you got 2 hits.
All right.
It's because you can't plant your feet like you were telling them to when you're floating in the air.
I probably still look like I'm trying and just nothing happens.
Yeah, so you got a couple arrows stuck in his chest there.
Yeah, that's my turn.
But you're basically spraying and praying. You're just shooting so many that
Kind of, yeah.
they're probably not keeping track. Oh, you missed those 2.
Yeah. It's like trying to run through machine gun fire. That critical would have been nice to confirm, though.
Yeah, that bearded devil's turn has just passed, and that brought your panic down, Fenrith, so that's how that works. Okay, so you guys can't see anymore, but you do hear that sound, that pop and tear sound from over where this golem is. All right, so the sorceress still gives chase, Fenrith, and she is going to...
Regret her decision.
Not until the panic wears off.
Yeah. Unless that golem targets her.
Oh, yeah.
cast a spell upon you.
Golems are one of those things that are always so much scarier when NPCs seem to have them.
Yeah.
Because, like, I remember not Graham, was it Black's?
Yeah, Samuel.
Yeah, he was always worried about it dying.
Although wasn't his a flesh golem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first one that I could make.
Yeah. And those things are a bit squishy.
Yeah.
If you'd gotten up to stone or iron, then...
I think there's one in between those
There,
two
like
from
that
the
clay
other
golem?
books.
Yeah, there's Clay.
But maybe even my Shield Guardian would have come first.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of other ones, too, in, like,
Yeah.
the other monster manuals, like a bunch of different metals.
But yeah, isn't it the iron one where if you hit it with a certain type of spell, it heals it? Is it lightning?
Yeah, I
or-
think they all kind of have varying effects like that.
But yeah, going up against them, they're brutal. But yeah, the problem with creating them is by the time you can create them, the ones you can create are kind of outpaced.
Yeah. Then you got to try to lug them around.
Yeah.
Try explaining to the guards why you need this. What is it? Is a flesh golem large or is it medium? Doesn't matter. Try explaining how
It's large.
Okay, why you have a giant or a large stitched together corpse shambling around behind you.
Although you could put them inside a bag of holding, couldn't you? Because
All
they
right.
don't need to breathe.
So, Fenrith, this field of rubbery black tentacles, 10-foot long tentacles, burst from the ground and start waving around wildly and grasping for you. So, you must make a grapple check, please. All right. So, so this tentacle just wraps around you and starts squeezing you. So that's that. One's got, a couple of them are wrapped around you, and so you're not able to move right now. And you can hear her laugh evilly. So Graham, you see this bugbear here's got the door held open, right? And this cat hisses and launches itself at his face and starts scratching his face. And the cat launches itself at his face, starts scratching at him and hissing, and you can see her claws just digging furrows, in his face, and he stumbles backwards.
Go Omen.
He stumbles backwards, which lets the door swing closed. And now it's your move.
Sorry, Omen. It's nice knowing ya. And I'll flee towards the dwarven king.
Okay.
I'll deactivate my haste as well.
All right. So you move over there, and he moves aside to let you through, and then the wall closes shut, and you're in this tiny hallway, just wide enough for him with his shoulders and his armor. And it looks to you like it moves off to the west.
Okay.
But you get in there and it closes shut, and he's like, shh, follow me. Okay. Casimir, this, so you're on the ground, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this elf will pull her sword and slash at you. Not sure why it's not. Oh, a miss. Okay. Still manages to miss you, even though you're laying on the ground. And Rohan, you can see this elf continuing his fight against the golem and managing to score hits down there.
Okay. Which is impressive.
And this one will continue to fire at you 2 more bolts.
Okay.
We've got
Oh.
a hit, a critical threat, just a hit. 2 hits.
Okay.
So 5 and 7.
I'm dying.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so that drops you to the ground.
So does my Ring of Featherfall activate?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll float to the
Because
ground.
otherwise I'd hit the ground and die.
And take it. Yeah, you float down to the ground.
Okay.
Are you at -9?
I'm at -4 right now.
Okay.
So you're on your own, Casimir.
Great.
Well, if I die, I'll die like the hero that came before me.
Okay.
Well, John has raised. We just need to get him back here
Casimir, now you see
with a 5,000 gold diamond.
Yeah.
this golem come stomping around that corner, and it's looking towards you with its fists raised. And it takes a massive overhand swing that misses you. I mean, you can see then that it wasn't aiming for you. But it hits that elf that's standing above you and does a severe amount of damage to her.
It's only DC 15 heal check. That means I have to roll 15 or better.
Yeah.
I got it. Thing.
Okay, so further down the hall, that golem smashed that elf into a pulp. And Casimir, your turn.
Attack opportunity from anyone around as I stand up. Let me first minus the expertise. So there you go.
All right, yeah, she slices at you and hits
All right.
for 7 damage.
Okay.
And then we take prone off of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I will attack her. I will -5 from my attack to give it to my defense. Standard stuff. Looks like it's a miss on the warrior. Let me clear my targets. Clear targets. But yeah, so I miss her, and that's my turn.
Okay. All right, Fenrith. So you're stuck here in these black tentacles.
I'm going to attempt to cast a spell. So it's a 4th level spell. So it failed.
Okay. Yeah, so there's just too many tentacles waving around and squeezing you, and you can't focus. Yeah, let's see. Rohan, let's move past you, and that'll make your stabilization.
1 more damage.
Which did not succeed.
5 more rounds before I die.
Oh, I do have a potion of Cure Light Wounds. So
That would do it.
it's just that I'm also getting real close here.
Yeah.
Not as close as I thought. I thought that was an 8.
Well, now the other Savage Elf is going to... Well, maybe it'll target you. Maybe it'll turn around and target the other Golem.
All right, so Fenrith, she holds forth her staff and launches another fireball, and your save was successful, so you don't take any damage from it. So you can see her frown as she realizes.
Why did I have a -2 on my concentration?
Because you're panicked.
What was that actually from?
Your panic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the black tentacles squeeze. So we'll do another grapple check, Fenrith. All right, so you're actually pretty successful right now at holding them off from dealing you any damage. I mean, they still have got a hold of you, but they don't deal you any damage this turn. And Graham, so the dwarf is leading you down a long hallway, and he's actually moving with surprising stealth.
Well, I'll be silent as well.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so you're moving off following him. So far, this hallway seems to be just taking a very gentle northern curve to it, but still headed in a westerly direction. And at this point, he hasn't said anything yet.
Yeah, I won't do anything other than follow his lead.
Okay. All right, so this elf will step over here, Casimir,
Okay.
but continue to attack you with her sword.
All right.
I thought he was going to coup de grace me.
I mean, they have every reason to.
Yeah, they do.
Both of her attacks miss you, though. And now you've got this one sending crossbow bolts at you.
All right.
That's the one that paid attention to my lesson, so...
Yeah.
So 2 crossbow bolts head your way and miss. One of which, comes pretty close, but it's the displacement.
Mm-hmm.
And then that this golem moves over and presses the attack on that elf, just reaching over you with these wild haymakers. And both of its attacks hit her and deal a lot of damage. So you can see, and at this point, ribs are popping out of her skin. You can see them poking through her armor, and half of her face is just a mess of blood, but she still stubbornly remains in the fight. And then down the hall, this other golem begins stomping towards you and makes it to just behind that other elf there. Now, Casimir, your turn.
All right. I'm going to 5 foot here. I'm going to -4 to my attack. That will make it 5. -5 for my attack to add to my damage. And I will full attack the Savage Elf 7.
All right. 2 hits.
All right. So +10 to damage. There's the first one. And the second one.
Now that's how you show up a golem.
So you got her to -29. So if you want to describe how you did that, then go ahead.
I guess I'm power attacking, so I'm just throwing out as many attacks as I can, and when one finds purchase, I figure Casimir just plants his feet and drives the trident clean through.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so yeah, she drops dead at your feet there, right next to Rohan.
Like pitching hay.
Mm-hmm. Well, with Casimir, it's probably like getting fish up onto the boat.
And now, anything else for your turn, Casimir?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay. And then Fenrith. So, your move.
I'll try to cast another spell.
Okay.
That's it's Baylor Nimbus. I don't know if these things can be damaged or not, but anything grappling me takes 6d6 points of damage for 12 rounds. It'll last.
Okay, so Baylor Nimbus then you cast. Let's take a look.
Yep.
Does it have a somatic component?
We're about to find out.
Okay. I figure it wouldn't if it was kind of meant to be used in a grapple.
It's VSM/DF.
Yeah. So the somatic component, I think, might screw you. Because it says right in the concentration one, 20 to cast, but you can only cast spells without somatic components.
Can he cast it if he wins the grapple?
I don't think so. I think it. You can cast only spells without somatic components for which you have any required material component on hand. And just it doesn't say if you win or not. If you win, you get to cast the spell.
Right.
But like that's where like still spell would come in. Eschew materials would also work because I believe it's meant for using the materials is what the idea is.
Divine Focus might get him too, even if it didn't have somatic, depending on... This is on his shield, right?
I don't know.
I thought it was burned into his chest.
It's on it's on him.
Okay.
He doesn't need to worry about the
So he
divine
never has
focus.
to have it in hand or anything.
But he does need to worry about that somatic. Let me check something real quick.
Well, didn't he win the grapple last round?
No, it's like on the tentacles turn, it's an opposed grapple to see if they deal damage. He hasn't done any sort of grapple to get out of the grapple. And so for this, to be able to cast this spell, that's what you'd have to do first,
So leave the grapple.
is get out of the, you'd have to escape the grapple.
I'll try a grapple then to try and get out of the grapple.
But let me...
Yeah, I was reading some forum stuff, and they had some pretty good ideas in there. Like Rings of Blink, spell storing is another good one. Was it they were spell storing with like gaseous form or Dimension Door is
Just
another
for
good
grapple
one.
stuff, yeah.
Dimension Door is a good one, apparently, just for grapple, because I believe it doesn't have somatic. Let's see what it's got.
I seem to remember Maximilian using it all the time for that.
I remember
But he
using
might
it to
have.
flee.
Yeah, one of you guys. Yeah, it's just a vocal one. Good spell.
Yeah, it got me far enough away that Maddox couldn't see me anymore with his
Bandana.
with his blind sight.
I was also thinking about your 5-foot fly step issue.
All right. So, but I will tell you, just based on your knowledge of magic, Fenrith, that these tentacles can't be damaged.
All right. I'll try the grapple.
Yeah. So,
It's one of the few spells I've seen that actually says is immune to all types of damage.
Yeah.
all right. So you did not win the grapple. Stuck here for another turn.
It's not very
Now-
surprising.
I wonder if you could. Where is it? No, we couldn't. Right. So anyway, so that's that. Anything else?
Can I shout out that I'm not a Japanese schoolgirl?
Well, you
Tentacles?
You try to.
Yeah.
But,
So that it will let me go?
You try to, but unfortunately,
A tentacle jams down my throat?
well, I was going to say that you shout out in Japanese.
Yeah, either way.
As soon as it was cast, your armor turned into a schoolgirl dress anyway, so you are now a Japanese schoolgirl.
Oh,
Yatta? Fenrith, what are you trying to say? What action is it?
Does a polymorph on cast,
Okay.
immediately
So
turning anyone in the area.
Because if that's the case, I'm going to shout for the wizard to please cast something other than fire to kill me
that's
before these tentacles go any further.
we're back to Rohan's turn, and you're at -5.
make it.
And
Nope.
one more damage.
Now
Negative
-6.
3 more rounds?
I
2
think-
more rounds?
Graham and I are in a competition to see who can get the closest to death without dying.
You might actually get it this time.
Yeah, I think I just need one more round without being healed, and then we've tied. Or did you make it to -8 with the Minotaur?
Minotaur tar.
I think I only went like one round making checks, so
Yeah.
I might have made it to -8, but you guys were always right there to get me back on my feet.
Didn't that Minotaur like gingerly push its horns through your
Through
body?
like his
Probably some
face
horrible
or
way.
something like that. It was really graphic and horrifying.
Well, yeah, because it like reached through a doorway and pulled him out, didn't it? Was that the same one, or was this
Well,
one
no,
that charged?
there were two of
Yeah.
them. There was on like those floating bridges
Mm-hmm.
that one like got a hold of him and grappled him and then like shoved its horns
Yeah.
through his face.
Yeah, he got both horns into my mouth and then just slid me,
Yeah, it was like a horrifying.
fish hooked both sides.
Yes.
And I'm like, guys. ah."
Yeah, getting filled full of arrows is a lot less dramatic than that.
Every time I've seen an actual video of a goring, it has been horrifying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's not like they're exactly like super sharp.
Right.
yeah, it's not a clean.
And then they have that tendency to thrash about with you on there.
Yeah, even just like a bull goring someone with its horns and just doing a quick flip of them, that's bad enough.
Oh man, there was that one of the bull that went over into the audience, and it like
Oh,
went
yeah.
right into that guy's leg, like up the knee or into
Yeah.
the knee, up the thigh type thing. Just,
I was going to say, as one of those bolts from the crossbow easily could have entered through the wrist and then just went up the arm, exited out your elbow.
yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen what's the movie Kingdom of Heaven?
Mm-mm.
There's a battle scene where a guy's fighting and he gets a crossbow bolt through his neck,
Mm.
but it doesn't like hit the jugular. It like goes through his windpipe, and he keeps on fighting for a few minutes. And that's kind of what I like to think just happened, is that critical went through my windpipe and I just kept firing for a few more rounds.
Oh, that's when you should have heard my voice, because that happened to me with the orcs on the bridge, and I just pushed the arrow through out the other side.
All right. So, Fenrith, you can see the frustration on this sorceress's face. And so she does try another attack then, and she casts. Yeah, so she casts a lightning bolt at you. So you succeed on your save.
That's what I needed with my flesh golem. Actually, I needed you
Yeah.
because electricity heals them.
So this lightning bolt does 15 damage to you, Fenrith, killing you instantly. No, but you have taken a lot of damage, so you're starting to feel that for sure, and the panic is increasing, even though it's reducing.
I wouldn't mind that, like duration where each part of the duration.
Got worse.
Yeah, so like at
Last
first
one.
you cower, and then
Now,
Do we also need to do a grapple for the
yeah, we do. So do a
invasion of my personal
Right.
spaces?
do the grapple.
No, don't go there.
It's just your average
Not
TSA inspection.
now you get to imagine Bear Grylls. All right, clench your butt.
All right, so you're not successful there, and that'll deal.
Now what you gotta do here is approach these tentacles with your butt cheeks clenched.
Well, I was quoting him from when he jumps off of a cliff.
5 damage to you from the tentacles.
And 5 pleasure to the tentacles.
Now, Graham, your turn. So, Graham, you follow this this dwarf along this hallway, and it you reach a point where it more sharply turns north, and still generally going west, and then you turn sharply south. And at any rate, eventually, you guys make it to here. So, you're like 30 feet up, and you're looking through a slot in the wall up near the ceiling, and you're looking down into this room here. So that dwarf is standing next to you, and you can sort of see a glowing light, like a pulsing glowing light, and you're looking down on what's clearly like smithing material. But that dwarf's standing next to you, and he says, this is the Great Forge. I haven't been here since before all of this happened. I knew there was a reason I imagined you, because this is the first time I've ever found this place. Now that I've found it, I can't understand how I ever forgot where it was. This is where my destiny awaits, and where the confrontation between you or companions and the beholder must take place. And that's all he says, but so it's your turn. So you can see with your elven, vision, you could see how where you are, the stone could move aside to allow you to get down into that room.
Are we supposed to go down now?
Not we. I have another task to complete.
Oh, okay, what do I do when I get in there?
Well, I'd recommend you stay hidden and wait for the opportune moment to strike.
And you said it was 30 feet down from where we're at?
Yeah.
How's the climb look?
It would be reasonable. It'd be moderately difficult.
All right, well, I think that's my only option. Hey, King, before you go, you got a rope by chance?
So yeah, he digs around in his pack and pulls one out for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let me see here. Where does it? Yeah, so he hands you a rope that it's red. It matches almost perfectly the shade of his own beard. But it's masterfully made, but the whole thing is red, and it has a soft glow to it.
Good luck. I'll be waiting here.
So then he says, good luck to you. And then he turns. So where you guys are standing, like to the left, that's it. There's nowhere to go, right? But he just walks through the stone wall and disappears.
It's a lot like chasm here. Well, I'll begin to secure this rope so I can climb down into the room.
All right, so you start securing that rope, but as you begin to do that, it decides to do that itself for you. It starts moving in your hand, and then it snakes forward and wraps itself around where you were going to attach it. And it's got a nice glow to it, and that's when you understand that this is a magical rope. So I'll put it in your inventory. This is
Does it start grappling him?
Yeah, it could. It could. So let's see, Graham, inventory. This is a rope of climbing. It's in your inventory now.
Thank you.
I think it encumbered you, though.
Yeah, I'm going to have to ditch some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, once you start climbing, I guess it's technically not in your bag. But would Graham leave a valuable item like that?
No, he likes ropes when they're normal, so.
All right, so you start securing that rope, and then suddenly that dwarf Vanebeard pops right back out of the wall, and he's got this wide-eyed look on his face, and he's like, almost forgot. Follow me. And he snatches up your hand and starts dragging you into the wall. So you can resist if you want.
No,
Okay.
I won't.
All right. That's it for you. All right. So this one remaining elf here looks back at the approaching golem and then looks forward at you, Casimir, and smirks. And he steps forward, and then he reaches toward his breastplate, and he does some sort of movement with his hand. That's his turn.
Let's see. I get to try to wake you up right before we get turned into paste.
You can just leave me there. Maybe they'll pass over me.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do like did during the Wheel of Time the first time and stabilize on that 1 hit point left. Well, you guys stabilized. I didn't. I got turned to liquid inside my armor.
Illegally.
Well, we were all breaking the rules with channeling, so it evened out.
Yeah. We had a lot less channelers than they did at that battle.
50% less.
Didn't they have 2 or 3?
Well, you killed one of the 3
2.
possible
Yeah.
Aes Sedai.
So it was only 4 Wrens coming our way.
Yeah, coming my way.
Well, Brandon was there too.
Yeah.
You spent some quality time. Didn't you get ahead of everybody somehow?
Yeah, Brandon was a wolf brother in that one, and he charged ahead. And so I was trying to keep up with him.
And I had to stay behind to heal John.
Yeah, John got knocked out by the IEL. Chris stayed behind to heal him. And then, like, Brandon rushed in and got knocked out almost immediately in the first round. And then, because he'd already taken some damage. And then I got in there and I couldn't get past the troll oxen.
You guys had taken damage back in the Two Rivers. That was probably still.
Yeah.
We killed him.
Yeah, I think you and John caught him.
John was knocked out because I healed him.
Oh, yeah.
No, there was a bit more rounds in there in between because you guys both were taking a bunch of Wrens, I remember.
Yeah.
Which is what made it so memorable, was because it wasn't like one shot. You weren't, it was like rounds of your bones being twisted in their socket.
Yeah. I think I got struck by lightning that time too.
I don't remember. I know we took out, was it the most powerful one?
Yeah, and
Before,
Jerichopen.
Yeah. So we only went up against 2 weak ones.
Because I think the way it was written for that one is they were supposed to like cut scene
All right.
out of there.
So, Casimir, this golem is moving with purpose towards that remaining elf,
Okay.
and it's not stopping. So, essentially, this is an overrun.
Oh, phew.
So, I think you do get an attack of opportunity,
I'm not going to take that.
but you can avoid if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to try to avoid, but I was wondering if you could finagle it where I can avoid in such a way that I'd kind of protect Rohan, like kind of try to shield him.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Now let's take a look.
So you don't get stepped on.
Yeah, one golem foot and my
Yeah.
brains are squishy on the...
Okay, so you want me to move up like next to him?
Yeah, you'd be up here.
Okay.
And it's moves to here and attacks that elf and hits that elf and kills that elf.
Yeah.
So it stomps up there and just splats its head, splats that elf's head, and that elf drops to the ground. So this one over here, seeing no other enemies, quickly or just simply turns and begins stomping away. And that brings us to Casimir.
All right. Full round action to get a potion from my bag and dump it down Rohan's throat.
Okay.
I have 1 cure light wounds left.
I have a potion on me as well if you want to
Okay, yeah, I can do that too.
come down to my bag.
Gotta take care of yourself. Do you got it all macroed? Because the slight wounds one isn't.
Let's see. I have a cure moderate wounds spell that I could cast on myself.
It's okay. Just whoever does it, just roll it, and I'll put it to your hit points.
Okay, so I guess the full round action is me rummaging through his bag
Okay.
and
And then you're
getting.
done.
Woohoo! 4 hit points.
How are you still unconscious?
Yeah, I'm unconscious but stable.
Right. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, I'll put that to Rohan. That's not even close to what it was supposed to do. But.
I like to think the only other person than Graham that knows what everyone has in their bag might be Casimir. He has a checklist.
Okay. Now, Fenrith. One more round of panic. You grappling?
That's the only thing I can do, I think, at this point.
Okay. Yeah, so this, it wins that grapple check. Okay, so Rohan, you're still knocked out, but you're stable.
Yep.
Let me fix that. Okay. All right. So that puts us, Fenrith, this sorceress, is once again going to cast a spell upon you. This time, Ice Storm.
She's just going through the elemental list.
Okay. So then a 20-foot cylinder appears around you, and magical hailstones start pounding down for the full round. And that is no save. So we've got 3d6 bludgeon damage.
Well, if that lightning was a reflex save, I shouldn't have gotten it.
What do you mean?
Well, you don't get it if you're grappled, do you?
Just a penalty.
Yeah, I think it's just a penalty.
Oh,
You're not helpless.
kind of feels like it.
Well, he's not pinned, right?
Right. Just grappled. So that's the bludgeon damage.
And invaded.
And here's the cold damage.
Do you still have your damage reduction, or did that get dispelled?
No, went away with my righteous might.
Okay.
And Graham.
So I've been drug away by the...
Yeah, this is an odd sensation. You're being pulled through the stone. And,
Don't worry, man. Feels good.
yeah, it is. It's
This
a very
is why
odd.
Casimir does it all the time.
So you don't actually see anything, or hear anything, and you can feel the sensation of being pulled through solid matter. It's very disconcerting, but it doesn't last long before he pops you out and you're in a room, and you can see it's about 20 by 20. It's well lit with torches that don't flutter. And this particular room has a large throne at the other end of it that seems to be made entirely of gold and precious metals. And then there's piles of coins and gems on the ground, and there's chests everywhere of all sizes. And then there's an armor display that doesn't have any armor on it. But Vanebeard looks at you and says, if you are successful, I forgot to tell you, make your way here. So on the wall opposite of the throne, you can see an archway carved with, marble stones, and a solid wall in the center of that archway. But you can tell with your elven vision that can be moved. So he says, if you're successful, make your way here. And then he's about to dismiss you, and then he remembers something else. He says, by the way, if you're successful, your friend, the one with the fishing gear, he's going to need to go through that door behind the throne.
Okay.
That's all I had to say.
Hey, did we miss the tentacles last round, Brennan? Or this round?
Sure did. Hang on. So he goes, that's all I had to say. And then he turns away as if you don't exist anymore.
Hey, King, I can't go back the way I came without your help.
So,
But I also at any point have absentmindedly grabbed a handful of coins and put them in my pocket, as has become my custom.
yeah. So you say that, and he turns like lightning quick, and is reaching for his weapon, and then he recognizes, like he'd totally forgotten you. He's like, "Oh yeah, follow me," and he grabs you once again and pulls you into the wall behind him. Yeah, you're right, Fenrith. Go ahead and do a grapple check to see if you take damage. Yeah, you might win that one. That's a good roll. Yep, you won that one. So no damage for you, which I knew, which is why I skipped it. So don't ever question me again.
Blame Justin. He's the one who whispered me.
Prove it.
I'll screenshot this if I have to.
Okay, now this golem
Darn technology.
simply turns and begins stomping off this way. Okay, Casimir, your turn. Now this one elf who had put his hand to his breastplate and started messing with something. Now you can see that he's starting to glow
Uh-oh.
like a red.
All right. I'm going to pick up Rohan and stand up. Would that be part of one move?
Yeah.
And then move around that corner. I should be able to carry him with no problem.
Mhm.
I don't know if he'd put me into a medium load. How much do you weigh with your gear?
With all my gear,
Yeah.
where's wait?
You've got 21 pounds of gear in your encumbrance, and then
Travel light.
Yeah, it's basically just that backpack.
he weighs 150 pounds total.
So I'm in a medium load. So was it half speed, Travis?
Oh, down to 20, right? If you're under medium.
Yeah.
So, okay, so it's minus 10, so I can only move 50 feet. Okay, I think I'm good there then. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So you drag Rohan down here, and then Fenrith, you are no longer panicked.
Well, I think I am.
But you still got these tentacles wrapped around you.
I'll try and break free again.
Nope.
Got these tentacles.
Don't think it's going to happen this time.
No, well, I guess we'll...
You got any hero points left?
Nope.
Did we determine whether we could give up a hero point to someone else?
No, I think we determined you can't.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't succeed the grapple.
How many grapple attempts can be made in a round?
As many.
It's an attack. It's as many as you have attacks.
All right.
That's a better one.
Does it decrease like your attack does?
I believe. Well, I don't think the grapple attempts would have the same penalty, but like attacks do.
All right, you won that one.
I'll try to move out of here.
Okay.
That's as far as I can go, I think.
Technically, I think he'd only be able to 5 foot there, and he might be prone or not too.
Yeah, it would be a 5 foot you could do.
Because his second attack made it into a full attack, essentially.
All right, so...
Yeah, your grapple does go down with each successive attack.
Okay. So he wouldn't have won that second one.
Yeah, this guy's talking, though. That's just theory crafting. Dang it, sorry, John. I usually am pretty good at stopping. I ain't no rat, I swear.
All right, so that's it for you. Okay, Rohan.
Unconscious.
Down to negative.
Just -2.
Okay. I think
But
the
stable.
Cure Light Wounds potion should get you back up.
Yeah, if it doesn't, then that's...
Oh, was it Brew Potion's level 3? So that's 4 minimum, right?
Yeah. That brew potion
I thought it was 3.
was the one you could get. Or maybe Scribe Scrolls, one I'm thinking of that you can get at level 1.
Okay.
Third low.
Brew
Yeah.
potion.
So Fenrith, seeing that you have broken free of your fear and started moving around, this sorceress drinks a potion, and then she fades into mist and disappears.
Oh, that does it.
Now I got a list.
I think she was already on mine.
Are you spending the actions to record this? Oh, that's right. You have a memory.
I have my vindictive kill list in the notes section. I think it's public.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elven Sorceress.
Do you just repeat them like Arya? Or Rand even? That's our inverse of Rand's list.
Yeah. If we survive this, then I'm going to go on a rampage.
That's actually probably worse when I think about it, because the inverse of Rand's list would be a women I need to kill or have killed list.
Okay, Graham. So now he's deposited you back to where you had the rope.
All right. Yeah, I'll climb down it. It's pretty low.
I think
on
that
it.
sorceress is metagaming. Because she doesn't know that I'm not panicked anymore.
Well, I think
Yeah, your regal bearing came back over you.
Well, the bigger reason is that she's now out of the spells that can harm you.
Okay, here's that climb. Oh, yes.
Nice.
Well, I mean, you got a rope.
Right, isn't it
climbing.
still like a 5 or whatever
Yeah.
with the wall brace?
That's how I fell down the
Because I could have fallen down
waterfall
it.
cliff.
It's one of those skills I have not.
Hey, you'll survive. Rohan fell down like 5 cliffs in the beginning
That's true, and I could negate 10 feet. So
Technically,
and hit a helicopter on every waterfall as well.
technically, when you hit the ground, if you hit it hard enough, your ring of water breathing will kick in when you splatter.
I get the air knocked out of me. My mind will think I'm drowning.
All right. So you make it to the floor now, and you can see a long table with smithing tools. Looks like no one's been in here in a long time.
Yeah. Well, I think the climb of 30 feet will take up all my turn, so I'll just get to the bottom and look around.
Yeah, you got a door to the right of you, and then, the rest of what you can see.
And I still look like a savage elf. Get shot by a recently recovered Rohan right as he walks in the room.
Traumatized Rohan.
Hey.
There was nothing, Casimir. There was nothing on the other side. Calm down. In fact, we have magical proof or arcane proof that there are other planes.
Who knows? We may have traveled.
Do these things try to re-grapple me at all? on
Oh.
her turn?
Yep, they will. I just forgot about it.
Oh man, just reminding the DM.
You haven't killed me yet. Keep trying.
Would you see through my disguise, Rohan?
What is it? Sense motive?
All right,
it's
yeah,
a bad roll.
do a grapple, Fenrith.
If it's a sense motive, then probably not.
No, it's spot.
If it's spot, then probably.
It's still not.
Oh, maybe
Okay.
not. Yeah, you're going to die.
So yeah, it doesn't grapple you. Okay. No. That's the end of so then this oh yeah, we didn't move Rohan. This elf explodes as you expected. But you guys are out of the way, so you can see fire racing down the tunnel towards you, but it doesn't reach you. It's a massive explosion that rocks the whole place. But Casimir, it's your turn now.
All right. I'm going to pull my last potion of Cure Light Wounds from my backpack. Where is it? 0. And I don't have this one macroed, but actually, let's make that +3. No, come on, 3. So you get back 7. Yeah, and I'm going to force feed it to Rohan. I guess I should finish that thought. Otherwise, I just dump it on the ground.
Goes down the wrong tube and I drown in a Cure Light Wounds potion.
All right, so you get 7 hit points back to Rohan.
Mm-hmm.
It should.
That brings you awake.
Yep.
So yeah, you wake up. You've got Casimir leaning over you with a potion vial.
Hey, Casimir. What happened?
The golems killed the elves,
Good. Good.
and we need to go find Fenrith now.
All right, give me a second.
1.
All right, let's go.
Are there any healing over time type spells or
Not that I have for sure. I think there's like
Because if you could drown somebody in healing over time,
Like a
Alright,
back to
sorry
the
about
tank?
that.
Is this what you're going for?
maybe it'd be a torture method.
Sorry
Oh, I
about
see
that,
what you're
guys.
I think there's a regeneration spell or something like that.
But I can't remember.
Okay, Fenrith, it's your turn.
Oh, no, that's for regrowing.
So get your turn, Fenrith. Oh, right.
All right.
This
I
is.
will-
Hang on, Fenrith. Yeah, your turn. Go ahead.
All right. I will spontaneously cast the Cure Critical. I believe it is the 4th level one.
Okay. All right.
I screwed that up. Take away the 36 if you would.
Where did?
It rolled it twice.
Oh, okay. So, look right. Do you remember what you were at? Okay. Anything else, Fenrith?
All right. I'll try to move
Okay.
to there.
All right. Yeah, you can move half speed there.
Okay. And that should be it.
All right. So, Rohan,
Mm-hmm.
your move.
I'm going to stand up. I'm guessing you didn't bring my bow.
I grabbed you, so if it was a death grip in your hands, you're probably good.
I probably would have dropped it. So, yeah, I'll stand up and start heading back towards.
No, you had had your bow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll say, all right, let's go after Fenrith now. Start marching off in that direction.
That's the direction you want to go?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
I thought Fenrith went the southern route. I didn't know you were slowly inching your way his direction.
Yeah, he ran further inward.
Okay.
Okay, so Fenrith, these tentacles disappear.
After they've gotten their pleasure of me.
It's ridiculous.
It's too late now. I'm already violated. Now I'll be a fallen cleric.
I don't think D&D clerics have any sort of celibacy stipulations, so I think you're good.
Okay, Graham. Graham, make a spot. All right, so you can see, what can you see? With the pulsing of this light, you can see off along this eastern wall towards the middle, like right above where this light's coming from. You catch that light cast a shadow of a creature with many eyes up above it, right around here, somewhere in that area. You know there's that beholder over there. But it's your turn.
Time to get hiding. What looks like the most obvious place to hide, just under the table.
Yeah, you got the table. You got this door to the right of you. Hang on, let me make sure. I got to fix something.
So the one spell I can find that's heal over time is Vigor, but it specifically says does not heal hit points lost from starvation, thirst, or suffocation.
They thought of this during
Yeah.
playtesting.
They're not going to let you drown someone.
I think they thought of it in drowning too, because they don't do a hit point track. It's just you fail your Constitution save,
And you just,
you're at 0. The next round you're at -1. The third you're
Okay.
out.
So I fixed your vision. So you can actually see a little more than you could. I didn't have it set up properly after I took you off the map. So you've got, off in the dim light there, you can see something. It looks like rubble. And then you've got these, whatever they are, they look like giant handles in front of you on these stone daises, as best you can tell.
Just start moving the handles.
So you've got, the table, from what you can see, the table and the door seem to be your best hiding options.
I will go for the door, so I'll move up to it and run a search for traps.
Okay. You don't see any traps.
That's it for me.
Okay. So now you can see as you're looking at this door and searching for traps, you look down along that wall, and it's elevated, of course, but you can see like just the very tips of eye stalks peeking out of what looks to be a break in the wall up there.
I'm going to trigger the final battle here with just me.
Actually, I mean, to be honest, it's not elevated. It's about even with you. You can see from where you are that right in here, right where these weird daises with the handles begin, there's a drop off, and that's where the light's coming from.
Okay.
So yeah, you can see that, and that's all you can see.
Now I got Final Countdown going in my dang head.
Dun, 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 dun.
A copyright strike.
Dun, dun, dun. It's a cover. That wasn't the actual song.
Artistic license.
Well, I find that song to be lacking. Fair use. Criticize it.
That's what I meant. Fair use. Yeah. What's the other one?
Parody.
No, not parody. It has to be.
Educational.
No.
You gotta modify it.
Yeah, there's a certain word, but yeah, if you modify it enough, it also doesn't count. It's like talking over it, like if you were playing someone else talking.
All right.
Right.
So, Casimir and Rohan, you guys now, you can hear still the golems stomping off, but Casimir, it's your move.
And I'll stand up and I'll move 60 feet.
All right, so you pass Rohan and you're moving down this track here, and this whole section is completely splattered with burnt flesh and bits of twisted black metal, things of that nature, bones. But that's that, and then Fenrith.
All right. I will spontaneous cast Cure Moderate Wound.
Okay.
Can you add 2 more hit points to that? Doesn't look like I've updated that.
Okay. There we go. So you're starting
And
to
then
feel a
I'll
little
move
better.
down to there.
Okay. Yeah, so you reach this point and you're starting to look around a corner, and then once again you can see that flowing stream of lava up ahead.
Okay.
Okay, Rohan?
So, let's see. I guess that's actually as far as I can go.
All right.
But once I get to that point, I'll kind of point to the opening that I had seen Fenrith run through. Since this is all kind of happening at the same time, Casimir and I are kind of walking at kind of the same pace. But yeah, I'll say I saw him go down this way
Okay.
All right.
as I trailed dripping blood, probably.
That's just mingling with everything else.
Yeah.
Hopefully the dripping blood on Fenrith is still fresh enough for you to track if need be.
Yeah.
Look, it's a lump of gore. He went this way.
Okay, Graham.
So I'll do a free action panic for a moment, and then I'll think better of the door and just run to hide at the table. I'll try to be quiet too. See if we can make it there.
All right, make your rolls.
I imagine him running over and laying down on the table like a pinup girl, and just wait for the door to open.
This is how you hide back on the island, beholder.
You're just one of his savage elves waiting for.
Okay. Yeah, so you go over there and you crawl under the table and you're hiding down there.
See anything you like?
I blame John for all this. Him and his tentacle talk.
Yeah.
All right, now from there, you can see that thing clearly, Graham.
Okay. Yeah, I'll close my eyes. Squinch them shut. I'll get you to make a special label we can put on this episode that says like smut or something like that. That way our audience knows.
They need to put like a disclaimer in the D&D books for any tentacle-based spells.
Don't give him ideas, man.
Okay, so back to Casimir.
I'll delay my turn till after Rohan, so I can follow him.
All right, so Fenrith.
I will spontaneous cast a Cure Light Wounds.
Hey, save some of that for the rest of us.
I see your spell list.
I still have quite a bit. Because I think that one caps out.
All right.
I'll move up to here. This is all preparing for me to fall into the lava after I, trip on these railroad ties.
Well, if any one of us is going to fall into lava, it's better you than me.
Okay, Graham. So between your closed eyes, when you peek through your fingers, you can see this beholder hover out here. Now he's about 10 feet up in the air as he hovers out over the source of the light, the pulsing light here. And his eye stalks are looking every which way. Doesn't seem to have noticed you. Okay, Rohan.
All right, so move there.
Okay, so you come up to here, you find a dead bugbear on the ground.
Yeah, I'll call back to Casimir. Yep, he's been this way.
And then you see this window looking out over what appears to be a lava stream.
Okay, and I don't see any other way out of here yet, so...
Okay, Casimir, you want to follow him?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I can do that at 80 feet if I'm full moving, double move.
So you get up in here and you see the same thing. There's a window over here as well to the left in the corner.
Okay.
Right here that looks out over the lava stream.
Yeah, I'll look to Rohan, and I guess he went out the window. Do you know which one?
Well, we'll see if I can find some tracks.
All right.
Should be dripping some gore from this kill.
Okay, so that's you guys. And then Graham.
Keep hiding. Try not to repeat. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Of course, if he does, I can hop out and be like, underneath the tables inspected, sir.
No, it's a beholder, right? So
Does it automatically see?
if it's looking at you with its center eye, your
Right.
disguise might drop. Yeah.
Although, would Graham know that? Or would he still pop out and say, the underside of the table is clear, sir?
I don't know. That's hard to say. He might have a fairly good understanding of how magic works, instinctively, because of his use magic device.
He does have that pretty high. He's probably got a better understanding of it than some casters.
Well, I know he overcame the arcane lock without any issues, so...
Well, how I picture it is wizards are the ones that if it was a math problem, they write out the entire formula. They can show you all their work and they understand everything that goes into it. But rogues are kind of they know the answer, but they don't know how to get there. So they can just kind of, and then sorcerers are like those math wizards that can just do it all in their head automatically and know all the tricks.
Or a rogue's like the one that just copies off someone else's paper.
But that could also work too.
Because the wizard writes it all out and gets the final answer, and then the rogue is like, what was that? All right, that's it.
They just shortcut everything.
Yeah.
Right? They know bits and here and there, but they don't know the whole thing. That's why they can blow stuff up all the time on accident.
Kind of like that. I was thinking kind of like the time you were behind in that one class, and we just took all of Josiah's papers and mine and erased our name, put your name on it, and turned them in again. And
I don't remember that.
That was a completely legitimate grade I received that day.
I think it was Bible class, so it's not like it was.
People are like, good,
And
cheat it, Bible.
Okay, Graham. So you see this door open,
Does that make it even more immoral?
and you see two bugbears coming out there into this room here.
Oh, I made the right decision in a panic.
Yeah, one of them is one of the clerics, and the other is, one of the weaker ones. But you can see as they step through that door, looking behind them in that room, that room is obviously used and taken care of because there's, it's cleaner. There's not dust. And it appears to be some sort of armory because they've got tables lined with weapons that look really nice.
I bet there's a dagger in there for Rohan.
So yeah, this
Addictive list.
this cleric comes out and the other one follows him. And this one's just like waiting instructions. Then, let's see.
would Graham plant a dagger thinking it would grow into grass? He's not stupid, but still.
No, I think he knew what had happened to it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
because
it
he was
happened.
interacting with
Yeah.
Bloodtooth. And
Yeah, listen to that one. It was just last week. Yeah, he just asked Bloodtooth, "Is it okay if I use a second dagger?" And Bloodtooth just turns it into grass in your hands.
Okay, Fenrith, your move.
All right. And try and cross this bridge. Can I run across it, or is it too dangerous?
Do a intelligence check. Unless you have engineering as a skill.
I do not.
Could wisdom also work? Because you could say that it would, the wisdom of running across the...
Yeah. Actually, I mean, yeah, you could make an argument for that.
Thanks for the save, Chris. You gain a hero point.
We'll use your intelligence. At any rate, it looks, I mean, it's definitely old, and some of the wood is sort of rotted away and doesn't look so good, but the tracks themselves look strong.
Okay, I'll try and make my way across these then.
Okay. All right, so make a reflex save for me. All right, so this section here falls away underneath your feet. So you've got, the lava is 20 feet down, but you are quick enough that you grab a hold of this section here before you fall with that section. But this one now that you're on, that you're holding on to, starts to bend downward, and it takes you, about 5 feet away from the lava. So this little section you're on is nearly vertical now. So it'll be a climb on your next turn to get back up there. All right. So Graham, the beholder, begins speaking to this bugbear. You don't understand the language, though. But they're actually having what seems to be a lengthy conversation because they're talking back and forth to each other. Rohan?
So I guess I'll do a track check to see if I can see where Fenrith went.
Not from where they are.
Yeah.
All right. So, Rohan, you do a track, and basically you determine, based on the angle of the dead bugbear,
Mm-hmm.
that he went to this northern one.
All right. So then I'll move up and look out, and I'll tell Casimir, it looks like he jumped out this window.
Yeah, so you can see across the way another way in, and certainly he never could have made that jump.
Okay.
But there isn't any bridge here.
But yeah, that'll be my turn.
Casimir.
I'll move up alongside Rohan and kind of look down out the window, and perhaps in his panic he plummeted into the lava below? And that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right.
Then I'll push Rohan.
Okay, I'll just fly.
Find him. Push.
But I'd just say I knew that you do that.
All right. Everybody put a listen in the tower for me. All right. So, Graham, you see and hear an elven sorceress floating in the air next to the beholder. She's a little higher. Like the ceiling in the room you're in is like 40 feet up, or 30 feet, right? So she's about 10 feet above, floating about 10 feet from the ceiling, say. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
She is now she's floating there. You can see her boots have wings on them and they're flapping, and she's above this pulsing light, and she is shouting in a alien tongue, but by the light emanating from her and the movement of her fingers, you can determine she's casting a spell. So yeah, you see and hear that. Fenrith, you also hear. Now you're hanging on to this track dangling above the lava there, but you do hear distinctly a feminine voice and a let me check your character sheet.
You may recognize the voice as
In an alien tongue, casting a spell. And if you had to guess, you would say that this is some sort of fiendish language. But Graham, that brings us to your turn. You still gonna hide?
I wish Rundar were here.
You're just gonna stay there?
No, I think I'm going to try to get to the end of the table.
Okay.
So I'll double move half speed, but I'm going to stay hidden and sneaky.
All right.
Do you like some new rolls?
Yes, please.
Need the the projector scene from Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah.
You're sneaking behind like an army of like 50 guys, and they're
Okay, you gotta move silently. Did you do a hide?
Yeah, they're both in.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Now, if you will look to the left, you will see our newest Metal Gear.
Okay. All right. So it doesn't seem to you as though anybody noticed you moving down to the end of the table.
Sometimes they like to trick me back, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're
Like
learning.
that bugbear.
Better jump out and start stabbing.
And I had to kill him.
Okay. Anything else for you?
Nope.
This summer, when surprise parties turn deadly. Happy birthday, Greg. Oh!
All right. So this bugbear, these two bugbears keep moving this way. Now this cleric in the lead is still looking over at the beholder and having a conversation with them.
Oh, not scent.
Mm-hmm. You need some ammonia or something. Just make them where they can't be in that area anymore.
Okay. Fenrith, your move now. So, you've got to do a climb check. It's not going to be difficult because of the ladder-like shape of this, but yeah, nicely
Nice.
done.
terror is a good motivator.
So, as you are climbing up there, the track continues to bend, so that by the time you get here, the gap is about 20 feet now, pretty much the entire way, but you did make it to solid ground.
Okay. Was that counting as one or two of my move actions? And
Yeah, that would have been a full
Okay.
move. And then you see a golem standing there on the track from once you get up there to solid ground. This is a massive, well, no, you don't. You just see a big statue of a
see a statue like the one that was running at me earlier
sort
from
of.
the room with the fire.
Yeah, it's got a different, it's carved differently, but yeah, basically a dwarf in armor. So, but yeah, so you're
I'm going to assume that it's friendly then.
okay. All right, so the beholder floats underneath the sorceress and moves to here while still carrying on a conversation with that bugbear. Okay, Rohan will bring us to your turn, but we'll take a break here so we can eat.
Okay. It is.
And wait, what
10
time
after
is it?
1.
So after one.
It's
we'll,
one.
We'll have to call it good here then. So,
Thanks for the session.
All
man.
right.
yeah.
Thanks, guys. This is, again, I'll be in town Sunday for in person
Nice.
this next session. So
All right, man.
we'll see you guys next Sunday.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bye.
Have a good week.
Thanks, B.
You too.
This has been a Death Watch production. Thank you for listening.